On this very special debut episode of The Recipe Show, we have two Kansas City hitmakers, your boy Don Juan and the legendary DJ Fresh. Both have worked with the best in the rap game, so you know they got the recipe for success. Turn the volume up and let's get into the episode.
Let me ask the question that everybody is, I'm sure, curious about. You and Tech N9ne. Hey, Don Juan, welcome to The Recipe. DJ Fresh, welcome to The Recipe. Thanks for joining me today to
What up?
Chit-chat with Don Juan, and you're here as a...
legendary Don Juan.
Legendary
guest
DJ
host.
Fresh.
Yeah.
I got some stories about Fresh.
Oh, you do? Okay, so we're going to tag team, or
Yeah,
how's it going to work?
When
Okay.
you ask me, I'm going to tell you how my history started and
Okay. All right.
how you doing
That'll
today.
be part of some of the questions too. So yeah.
Okay.
How you doing today?
You know what? I can't complain. I could be doing better. I could be doing worse, but I'm okay. Thanks for asking.
Good. That's
Yeah.
good to see. What about you, Fresh?
I'm feeling great. The weekend was good, productive. Family's good. Family's hanging out. But you know, it's all about Don Juan today. So you know, one of my questions is,
Yeah.
what inspired you to produce?
Man, real quick. It was me. It was me looking at 12 inches and seeing a records, and I'll be like, damn, you know, when I first heard Friends with Houdini, the beat was so slapping. I was like, who made this beat? And you look at the credit thing, because it wasn't nothing else but to look and say, produced by Larry Smith, or you look at the 12 inch on the credit and you see Rick Rubin name, or Dr. Dre, or Marley Marr,
Yeah.
or man, hip hop.
You want to have your name on there one day.
Man, it was a dream come true. It was like when hip hop came out and I'm being a little kid, I remember telling my mama and grandma and them, like, do y'all hear this? Like, I got to do this.
Yeah.
I got to, what are you talking about? They're like, what is that? But you play drums already. But I'm like, that's cool. That's music. But this other thing is electronic and
New school.
Okay.
yeah. So that's how that got going. Being able to go to Seven Heaven and Music Land and listen to 12 inches and records, and then looking at the back of the credits
Yeah.
and saying, that's what I want to do.
Vinyl. That's when it was the vinyl days.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So you know, for
Actually, I
those-
was a rapper first.
Yeah.
I was a rapper first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody didn't have no beats.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pat. Shout out to Pat. OG Pat. He just hit me on inbox. Shout out to Paul Dumas. These dudes was DJing. So I was like 12 years old. And they had vinyl and records. And from there, I just I started listening and started studying the underground mixtapes. And then, like I said, actually, I got a whole one of your mixtapes. And I never forget this mix. It had 6 in the Morning on there. It had Boys in the Hood on there. And it had like Dope Man somewhere later in the mix.
Yeah.
And I remember that's how I heard 6 in the Morning
Ice-T.
off of your mixtape.
Yeah.
So these are the things like that. Hearing the 808
Yeah, they got you kind of
DJing.
started and got started that fire.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, naturally, we know that's back in the day. How many years have you been producing? That was
Man,
when, you know.
I started actually really making beats when I was like 13, because I had got the drum machine, the Sensonic drum machine.
Yeah. That's before the Elises.
Yeah, before the leases came out.
Yeah.
Or other you couldn't get nothing else but an 808.
808,
That was high. So.
Yeah. 808 was the that was the
what is an 808?
808 is a classic drum machine that was in the same era of like a Technique 1200.
Mm-hmm.
So back in that era,
Technique 1200 is a turntable. That was
So back in that era, you would have a Technique turntable, your turntables, your 808, and maybe a little sampler, but that's how you made records because the DJ, he was basically the sampler to repeat.
Yeah.
Versus, doing a computer, it was the DJ who go.
Yeah, and for y'all that's paying attention to the 1200, it was more like the 1600 techniques back then. Yeah. Once they got down to the 12, they didn't go to no 1000 or no 800s.
That's deep.
That was just it. You couldn't get no better than that. Technology is definitely advanced and changed and modified.
Because just think, y'all, back the super importance of a DJ before Serato. I mean, like even like a guy like Fresh, I bet you he can just talk about like how much time he saves mixing. Because before he would have to carry
crates,
4 or 5 crates, and oh my God! But now the library is different. So to me, I think technology. That's what got me ahead. I'm a drummer first.
Okay.
But technology.
So you feel like the technology today has gotten you ahead as far as what?
Well, I look at it like now. So
and let me stop you. And the reason why I'm asking that is does it qualify you as being skilled because of the technology? Back then, you really had to know what you were doing. Now technology gives you a head start. You don't really have to have a skill to do anything. People can discredit you for what you actually learned and did the footwork to learn because of technology. So to me, it's a curse and a gift at the same time.
Not how I look at it, because I could tell you something about technology. With me being a real musician, I play like all the OGs I play with, they like 80. So for them, it was nothing but live instrumentation. So when I told my grandmother and grandparents to take me up to Quigley's, and they got this drum machine, and they like, why don't you want drums? That was the technology.
The next step.
So when I got into that, and then I got a keyboard, and I got this drum machine, the HR-16, I learned how to program. Basically, me learning how to technology, when I started making music, I didn't have to have the bass player come over. I didn't have the guitar player come over. I was doing all electronic, saving time. And then they was like, what the hell you doing? They was like, who played your guitar on there? It sound good. This is real musicians. I was like, man, this is a sample. I really didn't need you. So, and then of course we start recording. But my point is, I never was a sore loser about technology, meaning I can just break down the 8-track to vinyl to the DAT player to ADATs to, I remember CDs wasn't like, once upon a time, to burn a CD, the CD would cost you like $10 to buy.
Yeah.
And if you had that and you had the CD burner, it was only a few people in the city that had a burner. Fresh,
Mike at West End.
Mike, it was only a few of us that could afford
like
that burner.
Yeah.
Mike was the first.
Yep.
But
and how much was a burner back then?
Oh man, like 5 racks.
Yeah, it was
high. What do you mean? $5,000?
Yeah.
For a CD burner?
Yeah.
And how much is it today?
Yes, you can get on the computer now.
Yeah.
If
you want to do like a multiple, you can get like a 10-to-1 for like brand new, probably like $6.99.
Wow. So that's
but that just shows you the technology.
Exactly.
The burner CD was a big deal in your studio.
And even that's about to be obsolete because Japan hasn't had physical CDs in like 7 years.
Why are they bringing vinyl back?
I guess just classic
sound.
Yeah, just classic. Just trying to hold on to something from the past that was just so authentic.
Yeah,
I don't even know when vinyl started. Maybe like in the 30s. I don't know. 30s
Yeah.
or 40s that they had vinyl, you know, or maybe before then. I don't know.
Okay.
Who are some of the most notable people that you've worked with?
Um,
Sorry about that.
People that I'm gonna tell you people that really
Or important people that
that
impacted
impacted my
your,
career.
your
Cause
you know, yeah, your
I work with a
career.
lot of names, but I could tell you like people that really impact. So I ain't trying to be funny. It's no particular order. QD3 definitely was impactful because being able to get to him and Quincy Jones and at that era, you know, wasn't nothing. Nobody has sold more records than Michael Jackson still to this day. So to get in that umbrella, that was a big deal. The next big deal for me locally was when I used to hear about the Cove, which I wasn't old enough to get in. Party House, I wasn't old enough to get in. There's so many names, Stars. I just remember all these clubs, and I remember in that day of hip hop, the DJ was the lead. So I just remember me being like 14 and like asking like, man, I want to meet a DJ. So getting into hip hop, you know, that's the era. And I'm asking around in the neighborhood and people like, you heard of DJ Fresh? So I'm hearing about Biz Markie. I'm hearing about all this shit. Junior Rent. He brought a Bud of Law. I'm hearing all these OGs. So I'm like, how the fuck I get in? And I'm sitting up there like, I got to meet DJ Fresh. So I remember when I didn't have no records out yet. I had finally met Romeo Ronell. I'm like 17, 18. I'm like, I got to give my shit to DJ Fresh. So that I feel like the people that help you, a lot of times people forget, but the people that really help you, like back in our day, you had to have vinyl. So it was important for me to get a vinyl to DJ Fresh and the other DJs, but he was the primary shot to Rice and everybody, but it was a big deal. So to know the vinyl cost $1,500, $2,000 to get it mastered, that shit was a big deal. Then
The
to
dub
be able
plate.
to
Get
be
that
like,
good dub plate.
yeah, and then to be able to say, yo, Fresh, check this out. So him, Quincy Jones, a lot of local musicians, gospel people. It's a lot of people like that. For me, working with a lot of stars, like I think we all stars. I really believe that. I think some people, I never wanted the fame, so I listened to a lot of Earl Nightingale, and I'd always say, what's one of your biggest fears? I never wanted to be famous. And as much as it comes to me, the reason why I never wanted to be famous, because just learning behind the scenes, you just do better and you make more money, but it's just a blessing to meet people like yourself. Even, let's talk about Theresa. Her and Chuck, they was some of the first people that let me, you know, get on a bigger platform on a stage.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't have no name, when you like, hey, I'm up and coming, what's up?
Exactly.
Check out my CD. You know, I'm just trying to get on that humbleness.
Mm-hmm.
And they like, you know what? And Chuck, I'm from 56, Chuck from 51st. I didn't know Theresa. I just knew of them as a couple, but I'm saying it's stuff like that I think that you can't forget about. So you gotta remember them people. So I think for me that's what's important.
Yeah,
the
and that
people.
was in what, I think it was what, 90?
9 or 8.
98, I think,
Yeah.
going into 99
Yeah.
when it was, yeah.
Yeah.
We were at Memorial Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal for me
Yeah.
to try to get on that stage.
And actually, you DJ'd, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, 98.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
Memorial Hall is definitely a nice stage. It's not Sprint Center, but it's not like, I mean, it's not
It was
just a
it
club.
holds,
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
it was
Yeah.
That's a-
1,600
Yeah.
people. Yeah, so it was a big,
definitely-
large platform.
Yeah.
It was
for
bigger
back
than what I
then.
came from.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it was big. It was big time for us even. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, excuse me, that's my thing. I want to make everybody comfortable and introduce.
Okay. This is a good one. Name one artist that has passed that you really wish you had a chance to work with in the studio, put the production down, the whole nine, and wish it was just, a big record, just the main. Or you can give me two or three of the artists that have passed.
Michael Jackson.
Wow, you think big, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Cause I was so close to Michael Jackson with Quincy Jones, so to be that close
Yeah.
to one that, and then once again to be that close to Prince because his production. Cause I asked QD3 one day, I was like,
And
"Who's Ice Cube?"
QD.
This is Quincy Jones'
Okay,
son.
Quincy Jones. Okay.
I asked him, I said, "Who's Ice Cube's favorite producer?" Like you just asked me.
Exactly.
And he was like, Prince. He's like, he want to work with Prince so bad.
That's dope.
Dope. And James Brown.
Yeah.
So Michael Jackson, Prince, James Brown. If I had to shout out to Prince, R.I.P. Me and Tech N9ne had a record called Freaky, and he didn't block it. He let it go through. So that's how I knew we was doing something good because
That's dope.
he don't play about
Yeah.
not letting nothing. So he didn't take it off.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you met Nipsey Hussle, just to segue from that. So I know that you probably had in the plans to do something with him. R.I.P. Nipsey.
Nipsey Hussle is crazy. Shout to it's this dude, this rapper named 40 Glock that used to be with G Unit, and he's from LA. And I was sending him some beats, and I got this email from this dude that said Nip. But I didn't know if it was Nipsey Hussle
Yeah.
or if it was Prince. So as I started reading it, it was Nipsey Hussle saying, I still got the email. He was like, "Yo, what's up, boy? I'm trying to do that thing like you and Tech, like that Tech N9ne.
Heck yeah.
40 Glock gave me your number and said you got the slaps."
Yeah.
So I was asking where the studio, but I tell y'all the real truth. I didn't really go follow up on that because due to gang banging and me knowing how to crip and the whole thing, I was trying to fill out the whole set because it's rolling 60. So, yeah, he inboxed me. Then I ran into him again with the Sweat in the Morning, which if you go to my Instagram, that's Don Juan. You'll see him and Tech N9ne and everybody on there, man, and just being in the room, you just knew he was gonna do something big.
Yeah.
And be successful, but he had the ideal that we have in the neighborhood of just giving back to the neighborhood. So my plans was to go to California, like I keep saying I'm gonna go. We know the same mutual people, Rick Ross, QD3, we all know the same mutual people. And it's just a situation. I just have Rick Ross down here, Freeway Rick Ross.
The real
Rick Ross. And
yeah.
so we're gonna hit LA up, we're gonna hit up everybody. So when he passed away, when I seen that, I didn't believe it. Thank you. And I was working on a video shoot with Etho Escobar. Shout out to Etho Esco and Chuck Brown, and my eyes had water up. And I was like, damn, I couldn't believe it. And even now, I haven't posted nothing on social network because I can't believe it. Like he actually got to do, like people trying to compare him to Pac and Biggie. Actually, he's got a chance to do a lot more. Pac and them didn't get a chance to do what they need to do because they got killed at 25. With him being 33, he was able to give back and learn from the Pac and Biggie mistakes.
Yeah.
And the Suge Knight mistakes from their era and put the story in there. So I just think it's unfortunate, and I knew it wasn't no conspiracy because I called my homeboy Gonzo. They used to rap with Pac and Caution. He's a rolling 60. He from the set. And he's like, Don Juan, I want it to be a conspiracy, but he said, bro, if I know LA and these fucking stupid Crip dudes around here, It could be, and I tell people, things like this happen to us every day in the neighborhood, where we can be out hanging and talking and say something to a wrong street dude, and it happened. But I think it's unfortunate for hip hop, and man, you could just see all the gang bangers, united. He sacrificed his life, but it's like I could see the change in the younger generation, the effect.
Yeah, who's gonna pass
Yeah.
who can he pass the baton to?
Yeah.
He had an impact on so many, unbelievable, that he went from this to that. Normally that doesn't happen. A lot of people don't have that testimony, like you said, just the volume of things that he's done for the community and the children, and just the rap industry, and for our bigger artists to come forward and tell his family, your children will be okay. His children will be okay. Jay-Z donated $15 million to his...
Rumor.
That is a rumor?
I don't know.
It says it's a rumor right now.
Oh, it is just a rumor?
But
Okay.
whatever they doing, they trying to keep it quiet, because then they put Jay-Z as a target or whatever's going on. One thing about people in the game, they don't like people giving money to help other people.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it could be, or it could be, but I've been seeing.
But despite all that, the impact that he has had,
Mm-hmm.
even me talking to my cousin earlier today, she's like, I literally shedded tears, and this is somebody, she's never met, and, not being in the industry very long. I mean, he doesn't have longevity like 20 or 30 years, This is an up and coming artist, and, for him to have impacted so many so quickly, that speaks volume to me. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, just like you said, on the impact level, and then you mentioned Tupac and Biggie, they impacted people from what they did and what was, came out of their mouth as far as the art form. But he physically did things like, as far as providing situations for other people to make money. And, I heard he's getting ready to he had bought a strip mall and was getting ready to get that going. And, that's providing jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't hear of any of those things with
whoever.
With Tupac or Biggie. I mean, I know there's other artists that are doing things that help more than just their intermediate people. We talking about, tangibly helping them and inspiring people to do, do better and be better. Okay, as far as Kansas City, who are some of the main artists you worked with back in the 90s? Kansas City artists.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
I got to give it up to Tony Rama. Tony Rama I should see him and Chance doing shows with DJ Quick and all of them. Tony Rama, Romeo right now. Shout out to Romeo right now.
Yeah.
Kiki. Man, because Romeo seen something in me. Romeo used to be like, yo, Don Juan, come over and Master P around. Or I just ran into Spice One. And I was like, bro, I used to be the little nigga around you and Romeo right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, damn, bro, I remember you. Romeo right now, Cut Fast. You know what I'm saying? With Tony Rama.
Yeah.
Did
you ever work with Lee Joe?
Yeah, I'm getting Lee Joe.
Yeah.
Lee Joe was before Tech N9ne.
Yeah,
with the Midwest Side. Al Fox. Shout out to Al Fox.
Let's get a resume. Run down the resume.
I work with my resume. Man, I work with Tech N9ne, of course. The thing, y'all, so everybody be trying to figure out the Tech N9ne. The thing with Tech N9ne is that, shout out to my boy Diamond Shields. The thing with Tech N9ne already had a record deal with Nut House. So what people don't realize, Tech N9ne was the one that actually taught me how the record business side go. Because I had never had a record deal. So when I started hanging with him at Icy Rock, he was telling me like, yo, this how per diem go. This is how everything go. But I was just hanging with him, and then he called me one day because we was just friends, and he said he got dropped, and that's how I was able to get him and start be like, man, you should do we already did one song, but it was like, let's do a song. Then me and Diamond was like, man, let's do a compilation. And then Diamond was like, man, we should just put an album out on him. I was like, I know that'd be dope. And then I was just like, yo, Diamond, man, I need this. Paid him his money. That's him. Tech N9ne. I'm really so Kansas City. Tech N9ne is one. Yuck Mouth. Shout out to Yuck Mouth. When I hooked up with Yuck Mouth, 5 on it was hot. Mm-hmm. So I still pay homage. I don't give a fuck what happened. You got niggas. We switch up when it ain't good. But I met you this way. Yuck Mouth. 5 on it as his game.
Yeah.
Was like, heard my beats. Was like, yo, ask me how much I want to track. I didn't know what the fuck to say. I just said a wild magical number. I was just like, no, God, I'm about to tell you. I was like, he's like, how much you want for your tracks, man? God damn, you dope. You from where? Kansas City. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I don't even smoke weed and shit, but 5 on it, what it was, so it was cool. He's like, man, how much you want? I was like, shit. 2,500. He's like, bet that's nothing. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I just changed my demographics in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Let me call home now. Think I'm 2,500 a track now.
Heck yeah. So you mentioned Diamond Shields. How was it working with Diamond Shields?
Man, you know what? That's my brother. What I gotta tell, I said this at his funeral. What I liked about Diamond gave me the whole. If I had to really admit it, he gave me the whole flash that people see me do. The whole, the alcohol, the shit being bigger than life. He used to always be like, I'd be like, cool, like fuck that. He'd be like, nah, bro, you gotta have to make it look big, Don Juan. I'm telling you, you gotta have the dopest shit. So when people see your drum machine, it'd be like that. So working with him, you know, people told me don't work with him because he was a drug dealer from the neighborhood. And I guess I could have been a drug dealer from the neighborhood. So what I thought what was good about the marriage, all of them respected me doing beats. So while everybody was hustling, I could have hustled, but I was like, I'm gonna do this music. So working with Diamond, man, the first years, it was like, it's like a dream. Like all of us was just happy, making music. Me and Diamond talked every morning. Like every morning we talk like early in the morning. Then we'll hook up. Then we'll go get tech. Then we had a crew come over. This is like a movie every day. And then just watching him have money made me get money and got my own because he had a Lexus and cars and shit. So then I'm like, I'm going to get that. So if I had to say Diamond, he was the one that was like, you got to do that shit big.
Yeah.
And that's why I get that from.
Yeah.
Everything it's him. I came front. It was him. And I'd be like, word. And then I just took on that. And now everything it's got to look big. And and that's in the 90s.
Yeah, he definitely put the big to it with the diamonds and rapping the Hummers and even when he had
restaurants and
Yeah.
Look, this how he would do us, like, so this how cold it was. This how much he believed in me. He was like, he used to tell all the hood, like, man, that nigga Don Juan, if anybody gonna make it, we gotta invest in Don Juan. So we first hooked up, it was like me, him, Archie. It used to be on 75th and Theresa, it used to be like an arcade up there at the store by like 4 arcades thing. And I went up there, I was just like in the neighborhood fucking with the hustlers. So I went up there fucking with the hustlers. And I just came from Quickly's. He's like, man, what you doing? I was like, shit, man, I'm about to go to work. He was like, shit, bro, I'm telling you. Well, you can get with this shit right here and get some money. I'm like, nigga, fuck that, nigga. I'm gonna go to work, do this music.
Hey,
you know, see?
And I get it that way.
Right, so he respected that, like, damn, like, I was like, nigga, I'm about to buy this drum machine. I was like, nigga, I can't fuck with that shit because y'all niggas crazy. You feel me? We talking like that. He's like, man, how much you need? And this is just real conversation. I'm like, man, I'm about to get this file myself, a couple beats, nigga. That motherfucker boss like 500 big dudes.
Yeah.
And nigga just came out like, nigga, here, you don't owe me nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
listen.
When they see it in you,
No, I wouldn't even take it because I'm that kind of person.
Yeah.
I was like, you know that, nigga, I don't want your motherfucking money. He's like, nah, bro. Get your drum machine, bro. I just want to,
Yeah.
I believe in you, you know?
Yeah.
And then that's how that relationship worked.
Exactly.
So that's my memories with Diamond.
Yeah.
It was always, even getting the big equipment, even the house next door on Highland,
Yeah.
the house was for me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That was his way of,
I mean, even when
Yeah.
he had like DJ listening parties for his artist music, like people would rent out, you know, a room in Gates or, you know, a little spot here or there. You know, he rent out the spot, you know, not just the liquor, but the weed, the strippers. Negroes is like, I am not missing the next DJ meet and greet. I'm like, look, unless Diamond's doing it, it's not going to be big like
big.
that, sir.
Yes.
So, hey, pause on that. But yeah, he definitely kept it big.
yeah.
Yep.
Salute.
So what type of equipment you working on nowadays with the technology being so advanced?
Back in the day, I used to be like, they gonna box this shit up. And people used to be like, what you talking about? The first computer, I was the first one with the Triton Trinity touch screen. So now, I had the ASR 10, I had the MPC, I never had the SP 1200, IC Rock had the 1200. I never had Techniques 1200, they was high as fuck. First, I always had the Technique 1200, that's how I go get my vinyl, different shit. But when they came out, King Tech from King Tech and Sway was like, yo, what you working on? So I had my Triton and MPC and the shit being away. He was like, yo, you know, you need to get on your laptop shit. Nobody was doing this shit. I got my laptop and Reason just came out. Reason 1. And I got that program and I still wasn't used to it yet because I was still using my MPC. So now I use Mac computers. I use Logic, Reason, Ableton, Fruity Loops, anything with sound.
Exactly.
I will use it. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got all the new VSTs, you got all the plugins.
Yeah, the native instruments, all the VSTs in there. Trap God, my homeboy Scheme hooked me up with that. Track God. I just downloaded some new stuff. And Reason, yeah, cause like honestly on a production tip, I haven't honestly like I don't work on music like I used to because I'm more in executive mode. And that be the hard part as you like trying to run your business when you're younger. When I was younger, it was just beats and you got all this and now it turned into like, you know, like even the radio show. So I'll tell y'all something with Fresh. So when I did the radio show, it was actually gonna be me and DJ Fresh. So DJ Fresh is the one that came up with the name, The Boiling Point. See, this is facts. But with Fresh being who he is, Fresh like, I ain't dealing with all them crazy ass politics. You see what I'm saying? So much of a headache at the time.
Yeah.
But I kept pushing through because I knew what it would do for the locals. But it's stuff like that like Marley Young, shout out to Marley Young, you know, I helped get that on the radio. I'm always behind a lot of stuff trying to push the culture. And to me, if I didn't have like, keeping it real, if I didn't have like Rice, Fresh, DJ Highlander, what's my nigga name? DJ High King, what's my nigga?
DJ Hike.
Yeah, DJ Hike.
Yeah. Move the crowd.
All these dudes, you can go to Fresh. Fresh played a record of me and Tech N9ne, an All-American. I just will never forget this. I remember it was like, that's when I knew I made it.
Yeah, the place held like 1,000 people.
No,
Everybody was just.
I still think about this and get the feeling.
Yeah.
I remember like being scared, like, damn, I gotta take this to Fresh. Man, damn, he gonna like this shit. We gonna like it. And man, he put that motherfucker
Mitch
on,
Babe.
and the kids went crazy.
Yeah. 1,000 kids.
He
He
was
just
dancing.
in the middle.
I knew I made it. I was like,
Yeah.
And then Fresh was like, that's my go-to. Like, tell me what you think of this record. He be like, that's hip hop. Now it's the phones, which is good. I still tell the artists that they can get that feeling, but you still got to work your clubs. The kids, you're going to get it through the phone, but they want that feeling. I'm like, you got to get it to the DJ. And to me, that's what's missing.
Yeah,
they not
a lot
understanding
of
the
stuff is kind of
importance.
generic. I mean, I even noticed some of the music today is popular or it's a hit virally. You know, it can be a star that they're recording something and they in the car and they're playing a certain artist, and the song is kind of cool, but because it's that person who they are that has that music playing behind them, then, you know, it's like,
influence.
you know, I call my daughter and be like, you know, what's popping with the young people? Well, this is really hot, but this is hot because so-and-so had it playing in the car, and then it's like everybody's on it. You know what I'm saying? So you have other ways for songs to get hot. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's kind of crazy, but...
So you think it's easier nowadays or it's harder nowadays? Because that's an argument.
It's easier and harder because it's easier because you have so many more ways to get the music out to people, but it's so many people that has the same access. Yeah. Totally true.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let me ask the question that everybody is, I'm sure, curious about. You and Tech N9ne, what separated that relationship?
You know, to be honest, the crazy part, it's funny, you kind of getting some exclusive because I'm going to do a documentary on it because I don't talk about the story. But it was me. It was me. It was me. A lot of people think it was Tech getting away from me. It was me dissing myself from Diamond, Tech N9ne, Midwest Side, and start Misery. Because what started happening is I started producing E40 and different people. And, you know, niggas started talking about, like, the Misery pot. And I was like, shit, ain't nobody made no beats for me. I made this beat. I don't.
It ain't no camp. It's one person.
It's one person. I don't. So that started happening. So that's how the riff started coming because I started another company.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And when I started Misery and started putting my credit on everything, that was me still showing Diamond like, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. It's Midwest Side, but as soon as this get funny, I still got Misery.
Yeah, you got the Misery.
And that's what started happening. So make it fast. It was me getting away from trying to be under because I started producing Rich the Factor. I started producing Mac Dre. I started producing major stuff. And to me, if I didn't break away from that, I wouldn't be here interviewing y'all. I mean, interviewing with you.
Because it would have just been more or less you.
It was Don Juan and Tech. Yeah, it would have been Don Juan who produced for Diamond. Don Juan and I didn't want to be that because I started meeting real players.
Spreading the wings.
I started meeting DJ Freshes. So I need to build that relationship with him. I started meeting the Theresas, the Chuck Look. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So it was me like, I'm going to play my position, but shit, I'm my own man. I know how to build my own relationship. Even with Rich the Factor, you know. That was a relationship that I built on my own. I didn't let the streets, anybody, even with Fresh, that was a relationship I built on my own.
Exactly.
Following up. So I always been that type of person, like, just.
Yeah. You wasn't afraid to jump out there. A lot of people stay stuck because they're intimidated by the unknown. So they stay in position in what's comfortable for them. And that's a good thing that you did because look where you are today. Like you said, if you wouldn't have done that, then you wouldn't be here.
So we did Angelic.
Okay.
I forwarded and then we can come back on the show. Fast forward, we did Angelic. And
I love that.
From Angelic.
CD, that album.
Yeah, and from that album, You know what I'm saying? And it was Satin Dow's was at that era. So I know the eras and shit. So with me not doing ecstasy at that time, me and him stopped. We stopped clicking because now here he is active on ecstasy, and I'm like, he ain't showing up to the studio. So I'm telling Diamond, I'm like, why the fuck he ain't showing up to the studio? Now people not understanding at the process, Travis is starting to come around. You see what I'm saying? This is facts. So me and George Forte was hanging out. George Forte, that's married to Floyd Mayweather's sister. That's my boy. So we was hanging out. He was hanging out to my house. So he was like, yo, I want Tech to do this show. He said he hit me and asked if Tech do a show. So what people don't know, I'm actually the plug to Travis. Because if George Forte was like, yo, shout out to my other nigga that own Paradise. I'm in Smoking. He know who he is. My man on the tip of my tongue that was
Heath.
partners with
Heath.
Yeah, Heat. Yep. Shout out to Heat. So they was like, man, Tech do a show, our fashion show. And I remember he's like, my business partner is Travis. So I was like with it.
Yeah.
And I remember the fashion show. I remember Travis being there. I remember the whole play.
Yeah.
And then I remember Tech N9ne asking me, he's like, man, this white boy, man, he keep coming to me with money. I was like, that's dope, bro, but whatever you do, just make sure you do good with Diamond.
Yeah.
But what happened was he wasn't keeping it real all the way. You know
And what do you mean when you say not keeping it real all the
Tech,
way?
Tech wasn't like, he would never come to Diamond. See, I would come to Diamond and be like, I ain't doing that shit.
So you're saying
it'd
that
be
he
what
had
it
you
is.
guys under false pretenses? Or just
Nah,
misleading?
I don't want to say misleading. I'm just saying, I ain't going to say false pretenses. That would be unfair to say. I'm saying
Okay.
he didn't want to tell Diamond that he wanted to go do his own thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I got you.
He kind of hinted more to you.
Yeah, he would
But
keep
not-
saying
yeah.
it to me.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, nigga, tell that motherfucking Diamond. So the thing is, the dynamics with my relationship with everybody, Diamond couldn't tell me what to do. RIP, no disrespect, but this is facts. The people was there. The deal I did with him, I was already 50-50. So he didn't have no control. So when they used to be like, can Don Juan do this? I might come in and be like, I ain't doing shit. He don't tell me what to do. So what started happening is when Tech was trying to link up with Paradise and Travis, he wasn't being honest and just saying, man, this dude got some money. Look, Theresa got some money. We're in a loft, man. I know I'm signing you fresh. How can we work this out? I want to,
Yeah. He
I
just
wanna
didn't bring
blow
it to the
bigger.
table. You saying?
huh?
He just didn't put all the cards on the
Yeah, he
table. You
didn't.
saying?
Yeah, he didn't put it all on the table. So that's where that started. Well, real quick, Theresa, I couldn't, me personally, I still wanted to, it was important to me to be able to go in my neighborhood and see the different guys and look them in their face. It was important to me to be able to look at Diamond 10 years later. It was important
Exactly.
to me to be able to look at everybody. So instead of just saying, fuck Tech, I was like, fuck everybody.
Okay, I got you.
See what I'm
So
saying?
you don't believe in burning bridges. You believe
I
in
done-
building.
Yeah, I didn't burn no
building
bridges and
exactly.
instead of going with Tech, because I did Angelic, so I was a third partner with Strange.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that was fair to the whole crew, for everybody that invested.
Exactly.
I was safe with Strange. That's
Yeah.
why Tech did yada yada yada. Because even Travis, they didn't understand why I flipped, because I was already in. Travis had brought me some money over. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like that. I was already linking up,
Yeah.
getting lawyership, but I was just like, if I do this, I seen what was gonna happen. I seen the outcome, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But the outcome was, I wanted to be able to look at Diamond in his eye. I wanted to be able to look at people in the neighborhood. I wanted to be able to look at people, all the people that helped me, all the people that we kind of forget about. That was important.
Yeah.
Even though I wanted to get the money with Tech and do the Strange thing, because I did Angelic, I'm telling you, I was with him.
Yeah.
But
And I'm sitting over here, not to interrupt, but I'm sitting over here smiling now because I believe in morals and values. That's how I was raised. So it just kind of like give me teary eye to know that this is what you stand for.
oh no, it's the real deal.
Yeah.
So I took a lot of flack in the city.
Yeah.
A lot of people was like, "Fuck Don Juan," but because they didn't understand why I broke up the relationship. But it wasn't because I wanted to. Was I thought it would be safe for me because when we did Angelic, this is some real shit. So we was at my house. So I remember I told the nigga Tech N9ne, I was like, nigga, it seemed like you sell your soul for this shit. And the nigga was like, shit, I will. And tears came down my eye. Tears came down my eye. We was in my office in Lee Summit. And I remember from that day, I was like,
what year was this?
This was Angelic 2003. No, one. Whenever Angelic came out.
Okay,
2001 Angelic came out
Okay,
because
alrighty.
the top. So before then, we was trying to figure out the paper because we got to deal with Interscope. They got that. But I'm telling you, people want to know the truth. I'm gonna talk about it more, but people be thinking like, me and him didn't have no riff. On God, now he perform our music. That's why I be telling people like, when he perform Einstein Tech N9ne, I get paid. I can show you royalties, Planet Rock. I get paid when he perform.
I supplied the vinyl record for that song too, so just to let y'all know.
Sure did.
But
so it was never no real riff. It wasn't like he stole some money from me, I stole some money from him. It was more me being loyal to everyone and having morals to say, that's cool, I can look at y'all too. But for me, in 20 years, I want to be able to look at everybody. That was just what's important to me.
You want to feel good about yourself and all the moves you made.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Juan, with you being such an esteemed producer, tell me 2 or 3 of the dopest producers that when you hear their tracks, you just get chills down your arm and you just like...
Current or old school, hip hop or...
I say old school or new school, just somebody just the beats come on, you just like, you hear that and you just like the hair standing up on your arms, then you like, let me get home and work on something because he just got you just fired up.
It's from the era. I love shout out to all the new producers. They on the Fruity Loops, the Splices. But when I
give me one old school, one new school. It don't have to be new school, but because the producers,
man, you making it tough.
Producers, they lifespan is longer than the artists.
Yeah.
Well, the rappers anyway. Give me one old school.
When I motherfucking hear my nigga. When I hear my nigga Timbaland in that motherfucking that motherfucking booth of the studio making a slap. It's so many more, but
all right, well, who else?
Swiss.
Who else?
Motherfucking Just Blaze, Jalil Beats, Sunny Digital.
You gonna keep going till I hear this one
I'm
name.
waiting.
I know.
Yeah.
You know of Dr. Dre, of course.
Yeah. I'm still waiting.
Still waiting
for one of the greatest.
Questions and answers.
Well,
right?
you know the biggest name for me is like.
Who? Huh?
Is one name that when it's the music is old, but when I hear this shit, it's still like I get goosebumps. It's only one. Like
who?
It's like that Michael Jackson shit. It's that Quincy Jones shit.
All right, I still ain't heard this one name.
Well, go ahead and give them the answer. What is your opinion?
Oh, I was about to. That was
okay.
No, listen, no. He was top. I was just about to say.
Yeah.
On the highway down to Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
I went through
South by Southwest.
I played the motherfucking. I played the internet. If those I'm gonna talk about some for real shit that people don't know. I know y'all know the hits.
Yeah.
I was playing the internet. And I was like, this nigga for real and them was just so cold.
Yeah.
For real, of course, Happy. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I'm missing Teddy Riley because from Teddy Riley becomes Pharrell and
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm crazy for producers. I'm a fanatic. Like even like Cash Money AP. Like you know, it's just amazing because it's just the sounds and just
Pharrell, he just, you know, I mean, he's not the top, but he's definitely in the top 3.
But see, the thing is,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't like
for
I don't
years
like
and
top.
years.
I don't like top 10s.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't
But
like
I'm
top
saying
10s
for all the time I've listened to
Yeah.
music, he's one of the most creative.
How do you have a top 10 when you have all this greatness around? When you have
and people got different styles and
different
flavors.
styles, like to me, what the new generation is missing from a Swiss Beats and Timbaland, when you put on Rough Rider shit, that was they sound.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you put on Missy and they whole camp, that was they sound.
Yeah.
Nowadays, no disrespect to the new, cause I love the new, but I don't know. It's the same 808s on everything.
Exactly.
It's the same.
It's the same.
Traps.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same hi-hats.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
It's just beats. It's not music.
Something that people don't know. They always ask me, how did I make Einstein Tech N9ne? Make a long story short, I had to go get the record from DJ Fresh. That's how important it was. I was like, yo. And he had to go look through the crates to get the record. Then I had to take it back, sample it. But Einstein was a record that was breakdancing, and I just remember and the kid boom dun dun and then next thing you know,
that brings me back to Southeast
yeah,
High School days.
exactly.
Competition.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
Come on, Southeast Fieldhouse. Come on, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
I was 11 years old, going in here watching all these great people do talent and DJ. I'm telling you, and
I was breaking with them too.
It was
What?
best. It was
Get out. I
stuff
wanna
like
see you
that.
break
Even
dance.
with
Can you
Planet
do it?
Rock,
I ain't about to.
even with Planet Rock, when they asked me who influenced me to play Planet Rock, well, once again, it was DJ Fresh. Because
Trigger Man.
fucking see he when I heard Trigger Man on
Yeah,
his
that was it.
mixtape,
Drag rap.
and I'm sitting up there saying this was on Mr. Magic's Rap Attack.
Yeah.
But I heard it first on Fresh. Then you know you get the vinyl. I'm getting vinyl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when I heard that motherfucker Trigger Man, I remember I was like 11, and I vowed. I remember Fresh having on a mixtape. I wasn't old enough to go to his parties yet, so that'll be lying. But I remember that shit been on a mixtape. Shit starting to play at the shows.
Cracking.
Hearing about it at parties. Niggas coming down the block hearing about Fresh playing it at Cove and parties, just whatever.
Was you doing house parties then? And high school parties?
I did everything.
Everything.
Yeah, that's
His
when
name was
parties,
Lincoln.
Yeah,
everything.
high school Lincoln.
And listen, they not Kansas City. Y'all not understanding. Planet Rock is Trigger Man drag rap, which is from the East Coast. I vowed to do that record as a kid, and I was like, I'm
that
gonna
record was
do.
crazy.
I'm
Yeah, it
gonna
is.
do that record. And then I remember I told Tech we was in California. He was like, because that's what I do with artists. I just start giving them ideas because I listen to so much music.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do for you, bro? He was like, what? I was like, we gonna do this motherfucker like this. I was like, we gonna go dun 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 Tech N9ne. He was like, oh shit. I was like, nigga, this gonna be the biggest. I was like, nigga, you remember how we used to go dumb on Trigger Man? He was
Yeah.
like, yeah. I was like, nigga, we used to go Trigger Man, heart from the sun and run this little more crew, and who, that breakdown to come.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, if we do this. He was like, for real? I was like, I'm telling you. So I went over Polar Bears. I didn't even have to do the programming. I had Polar Bear was like, I'll program for you. So I'm just producing a record and we producing. And then I was like, let's put this in there. He's like, man, ain't that ass hop. Don't stop. He's like, what you think? Down South youngsters, we was really influenced by Juvenile.
Yeah.
The bounce, that was.
Yeah.
So he's like, make that ass hop. Make that ass hop.
Yeah.
So then I was like, you know what? We're going to, Next thing you know, I remember getting it. I just remember people playing. It was like, I remember I played it to him. He was like, woo. I still remember the energy.
That's crazy.
I still remember that energy.
Now, how old is that song? And it's still one of the most relevant songs that the young DJs, the new KC as they would call it, I still play it. I say at least once every 3 parties. The youngsters play it. The new generation, they still up on it.
I made that record.
That song is truly a classic, Kansas City classic.
I made that beat. I remember when we did it because we had the original Planet Rock that I sampled from Soul Sonic Force and African Bombada.
Yeah.
So that wasn't hitting enough. It was good, but I wasn't satisfied because I was trying to pump it in the club, and then it was cool, but it was I was like,
And when you got a hold to that trigger, man,
and they didn't. The hood didn't like it. They didn't like it because they liked the gangster one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm telling you. And I remember Diamond was like, bro, what are you doing?
that was for the early twerkers.
Yeah. I was like, yup.
That was
and I remember
his time.
Tech N9ne was probably the only one with me. This
Yeah.
was like a me and his. This was me and him. Me saying, don't listen to Diamond and them, bro. Don't do it. I'm telling you. So this was an argument, and I'm like, I'm telling y'all, we at the house.
Just go with
Rock Money. Everybody like, I'm telling you, bro, this all right. Man, what is this? Like, man, the other version is. I'm like, bro, y'all don't know what this did to me as a kid.
Yeah.
At what mine, and I seen other kids. I was like, all right, y'all gonna see. I think that kind of broke us all up. Because after I did that record and it was getting so big, I got so cocky, like.
Yeah.
The Don Juan cockiness.
You can't tell me shit now.
Nathan.
I got you to like it, you know what I mean?
Hey,
so
that
it's one of them
song
big
was crazy.
records. And I still think he should do a video to it.
You know what? I got some footage of, I think it was Mr. Stinky, my brother the Popper, Tech. I don't know who else. We did a show in Springfield. I was going through my tapes like in the summer, and I was like, there's no video for this song. And I'm like, this footage is pretty cool. I'm like, dang.
You remember the show we threw? You remember you let me throw a show with you at the Blue? You forgot the show we threw.
Man,
at
there's
the
so
Blue.
many shows. The Blue what?
The Blue thing at Columbia.
Oh, the Blue Note.
The Blue Note.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to do it. Fresh
Yeah.
was just like, give me this much money. I got everything.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I do.
He pumps everything up.
And I made some money back. I didn't even know. He just like, here it is. Tech perform. It was a dope set. I made some money.
Yeah, everything.
And I never did no more business with him. He's like, I'm not a promoter, but the business was great. He told me how much he needed.
Yeah. And you know, another thing about the Planet Rock song, that sample, like you said, you know, it was an East Coast artist, the group, the Showboys.
Yep, Showboys.
I actually met them in New York.
You did?
Yeah, I met dude.
Damn.
It was crazy. It was while I was working with Mr. Dunn and the Gift. And,
you met him then?
Yeah, in front of the Apollo. And dude's son is a DJ. And I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You know, that hip hop carries on. But that song is the most sampled song from like everybody in New Orleans. Like all of that bounce. It became the foundation of bounce music. If they just do nothing else but just take a, it's going to be some kind of like the original bounce of New Orleans, like that
record.
Yeah, like they said.
I wonder if he knew that record was gonna do that.
I was just getting ready to say, you know how James Brown got sampled so much. His stuff was the most sampled, you know, in New Orleans anyway, and just like it was just like you can't get enough of it. Like it don't sound right. They don't have no Showboy sample. Like get out of here. Like I mean, all them artists that was dope then.
So made me laugh.
So you mentioned E40. What's some of the tracks you produced? Because I grew up on that E40.
I did track that everybody know. I did Sinister Mob with Nate Dogg.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we gon' ride, nigga gon' ride.
Yeah.
We gon' choke, nigga gon' choke. We gon' smoke, shoot, yeah. Do. I remember.
Yeah.
I tell y'all about that record. So the original record had me, Diamond Shields, and Tech N9ne on that record.
Mm-hmm.
And that record ain't nothing but Planet Rock slowed down.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yup.
Huh.
And
So,
Diamond rap too. That was
Yeah.
crazy too. A lot of people didn't know.
Yeah, so it's me. I still got the tracks of me, Tech, and Diamond on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember Tech was like, that motherfucker cold. I was like, bro, he's like, what you do? I was like, I just slow Planet Rock down and didn't add no shit.
But they do all this back in it.
Boom, 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 boom.
You know what?
It's time for another Showboys. I'm gonna bring the Showboys back over.
Uh-oh.
You gotta come up with another one to last another 20 years.
E40 hit me, was like, yo, it's a slapper. Nigga, I got Nate Dogg on that motherfucker. I heard that motherfucker. I was like, damn, still to this day, people be like, what you do with E40? I be like, Sinister Mob. They be like, no, the fuck you didn't, bro. With Nate Dogg, that's like one of my favorite records of E40, bro. I knew that had a feeling. Niggas be coming, they be like, bro, I knew that felt like the town. And they go back, some told me that felt like the town.
Yeah.
So what happens with me, y'all, after all my success in my younger years, I started want to learn a business. It's like I said, Little Ronnie, Brian Kennedy, R. Kelly, Rihanna. I always wanted to be a Berry Gordy. So now what I'm trying to do is, no, I ain't no trying. In a couple of months, I have fully funding from my own label. No investors, no nothing. My own money, everything.
Congratulations.
So that's what I've been working on.
Yeah.
While people be like, why you ain't drop no music? I paid the IRS off.
Yeah, they're first.
Got that out of my deck because
Yeah.
they was hitting me with all these crazy ass letters threatening.
In that order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
so who is your latest artist, or who are you working with now and producing?
A lot of Kansas City artists, too many to name, but in specifically, I got my son. His name is Giuliano. He's 15. He make beats. He rap. He sing. He dance. He do it all. He make good grades in school.
Okay.
He's real hot. I took him down and see if he had what it takes, and he attract the stars and the pictures. They grab him. So I got him, and the reason why I got him because I feel like when I was 15, 16, I was trying to get with DJ Fresh. They was already 21, so I'm just taking it back of my mentality of what I was trying to do when I was 15 and 16. And then I got another artist named Zeta Miguel. She's a young artist. She sing, dance real good. She's a she went to cosmetology school. She got a degree in that. She's celebrity stylist. She does that in Atlanta. So I got two artists, and then anybody watching this, I got like Rock Money who write for me, Mr. Giggles, shout to Lucci Stacks. I got some new music with Rich the Factor I haven't dropped. I got some verses with the Popper I haven't dropped. Shout out to the whole Kansas City. So when I go out of town, I be like KC. That's what people know me for. They be like, he rep Kansas City. That's what when they ask me who's popping. Shout out to G Money the Ball. Shout out to Street King. Shout out to the core DJs. I've been bonding with them at a lot of events.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to the whole Kansas City. And shout out to TheRecipe. I want to talk
Thank
about
you.
TheRecipe. I think this is a good show, a good platform. Whatever comes from this, count me in. This is home for me now.
Okay.
Let's keep pushing. I support you any way I can promote, pass the word. We already been networking. It's a pleasure. I'm glad you got Fresh up here. Somebody I highly respect. Last year I had a talent show, and I got away $250. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna up the prize this year, and do it big again for the kids. So, thank you for letting me be on it. TheRecipe. Shout out to everybody in here doing their thing.
And go ahead.
Nah,
I'm
shout out to
sorry.
everybody.
All right.
And it's more
Thank
focused.
you so much. And Fresh, thank you. And,
Thank you.
for coming and helping interview Don Juan. And thank you again for coming on the show. We have more to come. And I appreciate
You
you
gonna have me
giving
back?
the... Oh, yeah, of course I am. You know who I'm going to have you back with.
Yeah.
We'll let that be the surprise.
Yeah.
However, thanks for the ingredients for your success.
Yeah,
That's
dope.
what this is about. Because we all have... if you will, ingredients for what we do in life and how we get it done.
To make
So
it
I do
happen.
thank you. Thank you for your time and effort. I appreciate
Thank you too.
All right.
I appreciate it. Word.
Thanks.
Peace.
Peace.
We out of here. Hey, you already know the signal.